had a very nice day yesterday. I went to Staples to buy envelopes, and I met two very nice young men who work there. Unfortunately, they were grappling with these empty plastic boxes because someone had stolen merchandise and that someone was homeless. Now, our mayor goes on and on about his big success at getting rid of the homeless, but I went to the park after I left Staples, and the park is full of homeless everywhere. And it's right outside City Hall. I mean, if the mayor can't even get them away from City Hall, what chance do we have anywhere else? So today I was down at Aldi by West Valley Parkway, and the door to Bevmo is broken. They have a board over it. Why? Well, there was a break-in, and somebody stole something, probably a lot of alcohol, I would think. So the plan isn't working. The plan that will work, and what all these clowns can't figure out, the mayor keeps doubling down on more shelter beds, more treatment. The treatment may not work because people need to go into rehab over and over again, which costs one heck of a lot of money. And after treatment, they have nowhere to go but on the streets. And that's why I support something like residential group homes near Slab City, near Quartzite, somewhere way out on public land that's probably already paid for because the government owns it. That ought to cut the cost. That and their social service money, food stamps, welfare, SSI, whatever it is they get, ought to help it out with costs a little bit. The security guards at the welfare department did not want to be photographed. I have a First Amendment right under freedom of press to do it. I did not want to alienate them. They have a reason to want this chaos to ensue because they keep their jobs as long as there's a lot of people, particularly that are crazy, and believe me, it's not all homeless, that come in there, right? Because they're protecting everything. The young men at Staples who were open to hear me speak about my position have a stake in keeping the homeless out of there because it's costing the store money. And now you see why this stuff just goes on and on and on. You may have seen the video. It's so hot, I can hardly think. You may have seen the video of the lady named Brooke assaulting me. And some people have said, oh, you shouldn't have antagonized her. You're a bad person. I have called the mayor a dozen times. I have called the police at least a dozen times on her alone because she's a dangerous person. I went to the stores around there today and gave them my card and invited them to come onto this channel because every one of them, Albertsons, Wendy's, Aldi, AutoZone, where else did I go? Bevmo, I did go there. They have had so much problem with her. I'm not sure it's because of theft. She just has these angry outbursts. It's probably caused by the fact that she's been using heroin for years and years and years and panhandles on the street. I have asked her not to get near my car. She does it anyway. She has attitude. Oh yeah, you don't want me to? Well, watch this. So I don't go near there usually without my protection dog, who is a trained bodyguard. And the reason I have to have this dog is because I'm not safe on the street in the neighborhood I pay taxes for. That's why. And she has been served. The police department told me she's been served with a citation. She's going to have to go to court, and she's going to have a failure to appear on her record, and nothing's going to happen because we need stronger laws. I believe Prop 36 is the one, but I have to look that up. But we need our lawmakers to get on the ball and allow criminals to go to jail. Now, people like Brooke cannot control themselves. Easily triggered. That situation went way worse than I thought it would. Because if she had said, please don't film me, I'd have turned the camera off. She went from 1 to 100 in a split second. I was backed up and she was coming after me. I couldn't get down the sidewalk to get to my car. When I ran for the corner to cross the street, I'm waiting for the light to change. She's coming after me. That's the alarming thing. Not that she blew up, but that she's coming after me. So I stepped off the curb with the red light on because I had to get out of there, and it turned green. So then she saw she couldn't keep up. She cut through the traffic, ran through it while the cars are coming at her. They screeched to a stop. She goes into the fast food on the restaurant on the corner as I'm walking down the sidewalk. I can see her in there. I figure it's over. She's getting something to eat. No, she was getting a big cup of water, and then she came after me, and I was going to walk down the street and then come around because, as you saw, she was threatening to get my license plate. I didn't want her near my car. She was threatening to get my address and come to my house. So I didn't want to go to my car with her nearby. So I was going to see where she was and then race to my car and get out of there. She caught me on the sidewalk. She crossed the parking lot from El Pollo Loco to where I was, and I could hear her cussing with the worst language. And I turn around and I see her, and I hit the button on my phone just at the right time and got her throwing water at me. My whole left side, my shirt, my dress was wet because it was all down the side. I was sideways. I was walking away. So this is it. Nothing's going to happen. She's back down there today on the same corner. I have asked her not to stand in the parking lot at where Wendy's is. And she does it anyway. I've told her, if I swing around and I can't see you, you're going to be hit. She doesn't care. The reason why she stands there in the street is because they make more in the middle. Years ago, I wrote a story for San Diego Reader called Quinn in the Middle, and it's about how they make more in the street. It's still, nothing's been done. I talked to the lady behind the counter, Wendy, she's a very sweet lady. She was really interested in what I'm talking about because she says this particular lady, she didn't speak English very clearly, but she said crime, yelling. I've seen Brooke yelling in Wendy's, and I've seen an employee tell her, we keep asking you to leave. And she started yelling at the employee. She can't control herself, which is a symptom of brain damage due to drugs. And Mayor White's idea, according to Coast News, now that the downtown area is like a ghost town after he spent $15 million on revitalization, is to sell cannabis. Have cannabis like pot, like drugs aren't enough of a problem, although these kids on the street use fentanyl. But I did go through the park, see tons of homeless. I went downtown on Grant, and all kinds. About half the stores are closed, and the ones that are open didn't have a lot of people there, and so it's not looking good. And I don't know what to tell the business owners there other than get into food delivery. And this is all part of the 2030 smart city change we're going to see more of. That may very well be why we can't get rid of the homeless, because they're trying to drive us out of our city. It used to be a beautiful place to live, and now look what we've got. The best thing to do in times like this is just pray your heart out and hope that we all make it to the end, especially our young people. And thank you for listening. It's 80 degrees in here. I got to turn the air conditioning on. Talk to you later.